Hello and welcome. We find ourselves once again here in Wilmore, Kentucky on the home court of Asbury University. Tonight's special treat for you at home I have next to me is James, the mastermind Scoggin. He's here to commentate with me. What do you see so far this evening?
So a little bit of history between the two teams. Asbury's on a 6-game win streak. And a star player to look out for tonight's game is Kylie Gorby, a junior.
Very much so. She is second on the team in points and she's first in assists. That's especially important for a team that's trying to get to the postseason. Right now they find themselves ranked number 22 in the country in the NAIA Division II. And that's where they've really got their bread and butter is in that top 25. They've bounced around a bit. Where do you see their chances going into the rest of the season?
Well, you know, they're playing pretty solid. I think they're going to hold their own the rest of the season.
Absolutely. They have a very manageable season the rest of the way. A couple of teams, they haven't had a whole lot of problems so far. They've definitely won more games than they've lost. Right now they're sitting on 4 or 5 losses on the season. Tonight,
not too bad.
Not too bad at all, exactly, like you say. Now across the court is Kentucky Christian. What can you tell me about Kentucky Christian especially?
Well, their coach, Jason Price, you know, a good player to look out for them is Brittany Warren.
Exactly, as you mentioned.
Paige Warren. Paige Warren. There it is.
Underclassmen. No, you got there. It was no problem whatsoever. She's got a lot of quickness off the corner. She gets up and down the court. We had a chance to watch some of the warm-ups a bit earlier. It's going to be a tough team, but I think Asbury has the ability. They have the advantage. Now the coach for Kentucky Christian, he's been around for 24 years. He's got his experience. And on the other side of the court, it's the complete opposite end of the spectrum. It's the first year of this Asbury head coach. Do you think he has any type of big shoes to fill for the rest of this season? Do you think he can manage? How hard would that be for a coach to really communicate with his players?
Oh man, that's key.
Very much so.
Key for him.
And on this Asbury squad, they definitely find themselves third place in their divisional conference. They lost a really tough game the past couple days ago that really brought them back down to earth. They started out great, 12-game winning streak. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Really brings them back down to earth. Do you think it's really, as far as your experience in sports, is it hard to kind of recover from going down and losing a tough game and come back from that?
You know, all you have to do is just get your head back into the next game. You know, don't focus on the past, you know. Just keep going, moving forward. That's all you can do.
Exactly. That is all you can do. After this, I want to remind all you viewers at home, thank you very much for taking the chance to check us out. After this game completes, we have the men of Asbury in their own rowdy, raucous game against Fisk University after that. If you want to check out these games or anything else, make sure you go to asbury.edu. Check out the athletics link. That's how you can get videos of this and all the other games. We're just a couple of minutes away from the opening tip-off, the opening lineup for Asbury. Is there any players on Asbury's side that you think really are going to make a difference today for the Eagles especially?
Well, as I said, Kylie Gorby, the junior. Yes. And then we also have Savannah Taylor or Cassidy Flynn. You know, I think they're going to hold their own in this game.
Very much so, all of which are at least sophomores and above. They find themselves in a lot of experience building things like this. So I guess that's all we really have for you right now because you're going to have to stick around and enjoy the rest of this game for yourself. We're going to go down to the court side and make sure that you are there for tip-off when that happens and player introductions.
Good evening and welcome to the center fans of Asbury University for tonight's basketball game. Our first team tonight will feature a matchup between the winner of Kentucky Christian and your Asbury University Eagles. Immediately following the Asbury University men take on Fisk University. Asbury, the KIC, and would like to welcome you to tonight's contest and ask that you join us in supporting character.
comes back underneath. Three-point shot is good from the corner by Brittany Warren. Great shot by her to start things off. Strong full court press. And Kentucky Christian just throws it out of bounds for the first turnover of the game. Moving up court on the point. 21, Whiteside checks, sees where options. Whiteside's had a phenomenal year so far under the hoop. And there it is. Speaking of which, 2 more for her. Great effort. She definitely gets in and out without a single problem. Ball takes a little vacation. Anything stick out to you so far, James?
You know, it's too early to tell. You gotta see a little bit more of the game.
Ball checked in underneath. Move left. Fuller on the point, brings it across the midline. Ball's dropped. Meyer picks it up, back to Fuller. Looks for options. Right side. And rebounded by Whiteside, but quickly knocked out of Asbury hands, somehow able to come up with it again. Moving down the right side, a straight drive to the lane, open space. Layup no good. Savannah Taylor finally able to put that one away. Ready to kick back to the three-point line, looking for the open. Fuller passing it right side. Kahn underneath. Takes a step. Off the glass, no good. Rebound underneath. Christian up and in. Glick for her first points of the game. Brought up court quickly. Close range jumper goes in. Bailey Brown on the basket. Shot, and that one is good. Glick. This is definitely a lightning fast offense on both sides of the court. Kick back Taylor, looks for the opening. Collected, gets it knocked out of her hands, somehow comes up with the rebound as well. Warren puts her first points on the board. Brought up court. Opening stopped by Whiteside. Tipped away, it's gonna stay with Kentucky Christian. Exactly, I can definitely agree with that one myself. They've got a full court press and they are not letting up at all. Quick shot inside, rolls his way around the net, barely puts away her points of the game. Back to the side. Cross court again to Lewis. Underneath, quick shot, and Taylor has 2 more. Splits the defense, good move by Fuller, but she quickly gives it away. But Asbury returns the favor. Whiteside reaching for it. There's a scrub on the floor, and that's a jump ball. I like seeing effort like that on the court, especially in the early going of a game. Indeed. The early going, Asbury has already hit 6 of 7 shooting. They're getting a lot of good looks inside. Ball's carried around on the inside. Rebound underneath, taken the other direction by Taylor. She passes back. Warren, why not take the open 3? Rolls around, no good. Collected on the far side, give it right back to Warren again. Brown, Whiteside does a nice fadeaway spin off target. Put up and in. Nice shot by Lewis. Taken on the inside, Asbury takes it right out of the hands Up and in for 2 more. Asbury is just dominated in the early going here. This one gonna have a quick timeout by Kentucky Christian to make sure they can get their breath back. Goodness sakes. So as far as an up-tempo game like this, was this what you were expecting at all?
You know, coming into this game, I was quite excited to see Asbury play against Kentucky Christian. You know, and I knew that Asbury would hold their own.
Definitely. They are, at least on paper, they're the better squad. But who knows? It always changes on the basketball court. And there you're getting a great picture of the Asbury team taking a huddle around their first-year coach, Jason Price. He's got a good record so far. Struggled, 50-50 pretty much in the conference. But he's done himself a lot of favors. I guess this is what you can expect from a first-year head coach, right?
He's definitely going to go far.
Absolutely, indeed. All right, after that quick timeout, gonna have the ball starting back in play. Just a quick conversation on the far side with the referee and some scorers table. Kentucky Christian takes it out underneath their own hoop. Ball comes up court. Quick stutter step. Meyer looking for space. And goodness sakes, coming out of nowhere is Fletcher. She came in to throw some defense around, not meaning to play. Ball goes out, stays with Kentucky Christian. Inbounds goes quickly to Meyer. Moves it back, recovers it. And tapped out again, this time on the near side by Taylor. Definitely a spinning, excited defense right now on the floor. Quick pass inside to break up the zone. Jump shot off target, Whiteside with the rebound. Gorby takes a quick spill. Looks like she's all right, though. Ball stays with Asbury. Back to Gorby. Checks out her options. Over the top and in. Taylor underneath, kick out wide, open three. Kay Fletcher had no problem putting that one away. Those are the hardest shots when it's all wide open and you're left by yourself to make it. Another mental mistake, and that's yet another turnover. What would you say the turnover ratio is so far in this game?
Kentucky Christian's got let's see, they have 3 turnovers so far.
Very much. It's hard to win ball games when you're chasing from behind. And that was just another terrible turnover underneath their own hoop. Quick movement underneath, the kick back outside. Meyer going all the way around the three-point arc. Back out to Meyer. Off target from outside. That was a great rebound, tossed up to Gorby. She is flying down the court. Stops, pulls up jumper. That one's good as well. Just over 6 minutes gone here in the first half, and Asbury is just in cruising control to a 26-6 lead right now. Ball moved around the outside. Meyer, left, sure. Great shot on the far side by Paige Warren. Had no problem with that three-pointer. So far, it has been 3 baskets, and that's about it for Kentucky Christian. Works around the outside. Gorby spin move, open up, and that's good as well. She's absolutely dominant on the inside like that. Quick, crisp passes, getting all the way down the floor. In the hands of Khan, she decides to dribble, checks the defense. Spin move back to the inside off the front of the rim. That was a difficult shot by Beerley, but it's like a quick jump ball underneath. Arrow points for Asbury. Gorby takes it right side, looks back to the top. 3-shot off target, rebounded. And that is an and one for Savannah Taylor. Sophomore out of Harrisburg, Kentucky, did a good job getting the rebound and going right back up, fighting through the contact. First shot is good. Ball checked in quickly. Passed around the backcourt, making its way up front. Calls out the play. This one comes to the three-point line. Shot is no good off the back of the rim. That one goes out of bounds. It's going to be Asbury's ball underneath. Wood taking the inbound, goes to Gorby. Calls the play. Asbury still enjoying a 22-point lead, 31-9 with just about 12 minutes left in the first half. Quick pass to the corner. Three is good, Fletcher. Wow, this Asbury team is on fire. What are their percentages for shooting so far? Foul on the far side. He's going to stay with Kentucky Christian. Inbound going to Thrasher. Inside, fakes the shot. Scrum for the ball, going still with Kentucky Christian, holding it up at the top of the three-point line. Checks options as Warren walks around. Quick pass turns into a turnover, and this one is a great no-look pass to Gorby as she finishes with a left-hand layup.
You're asking their field goal percentage. It's right at 78%.
Absolutely, that's a great number, especially coming into a game like this. And on the other side of the ball, Kentucky Christian is rolling into maybe one of every 3 shots. They are doing well in rebounding. Putting up another rebound. That one's going to come back with Asbury. Reinhardt with the pull down. Left-handed dribble through the lane, dump out. Flynn checks the options before she passes off to Gorby. Far side to Fletch, and oh my goodness sakes, she shot that from a different area code. Asbury just unrelenting as they build their lead all the way to 30 points. Great shot on the inside, sacrificed herself, got 2 more points for Kentucky Christian. Just about 10 minutes left here in the first half. It's gone pretty quickly with only 1 timeout call. She thinks about the 3, tosses it outside. Gorby will take the 3. And just unbelievable percentage right now.
Gorby has 6 points now.
Good shooting for her. She's almost in double digits already, and it's only halfway through the first half. Great attempt on defense that time. Thrasher not going to let her have the open lane, and ends up causing a jump ball. That one's going to stick with Kentucky Christian that time. Swarming half-court defense thrives on the zone. That one tips itself out. going to go against Flynn for Asbury. Pair of quick substitutions for Asbury. What's Christian going to say? We've got our players on the court that we want right now. Free throws up and good. Add one more to the total. Gorby takes the inbound, works it up court, starts to call her play. Quick reach-in foul on the far side against Kahn. Freshman out of Moorhead, Kentucky. Not too far down the street, in fact. There's a lot of players on this roster that are from Kentucky, or what else would you say there?
I see a couple from Ohio as well.
Right, a lot of regional, local team here.
I think they pretty much both are.
Yes. Shot just goes off the back rim, quickly rebounded. Get the shot up by Reinhardt. No problem for her. Fought through the foul, still got the bucket, and now she's going to get one foul shot as well. Shooting about 50% on the season, Reinhardt misses that one. Coming underneath, that one trickles out of bounds. Quick substitution as well for the Knights. Calling out the baseline play. Rice is the new feed on the far side of the court. Coach on the sideline going into his 24th season calls out the plays with some authority. Rice quickly passes to the right side. Fuller on point, back to Rice. Outside Thrasher. Ball just fights its way through, hits the underside of the rim, and trickles into the hands of Asbury. Gorby taking it coast to coast. Looks like nothing's going to get in her way, except for the bottom of the net. Wasn't able to make that one go. Still 30-point difference. Ball underneath, Thrasher cuts inside, quick shot, up and in. That was a great effort by Click underneath. Senior out of Massillon, Ohio. The only thing about Massillon, they're always known for their football, not so much for their basketball. You can see right here, there is some athletes there as well. Going to the line to shoot her and one. Gorby brings it the other direction. Looking to her right side. Shot severely off target. Almost looked like an alley-oop, but it wasn't going to be going anywhere close to anyone. Gorby looks like a fierce competitor on the defense there. Kahn trying to get some traction going, didn't find it. Ball slips out of the hands, runs around on the court, and out of bounds off the feet of Asbury. Knights have another chance here to get some points on the board.
Some stats on the Kentucky Christian side. They're shooting at 36% field goal. They have about 7 turnovers already.
7 turnovers, and it's just got to 8 with that last one. And a foul underneath as Bailey Brown went to put up the lay-in. As you just mentioned, that is a lot of turnovers, and every time you turn it over, you're just fighting against yourself. Makes it a little bit more difficult to come back in this one. Great shot of support there by the team. Bailey Brown steps up for her second of the pair. On the season, right about 58% shooting. Court by Rice. Fakes the pass inside. Glick turns it to the outside. Glick back on it. Beerley. Movement just struggling to get it inside the paint on this defense. Kicked out to the outside. Shot is off target by Rice, but still a great effort from outside. Ball moving down the other side of the sideline. The three is just going in at will for Asbury. That last one by Molly Harlan. And there's a shot that's going to count for Kentucky Christian. Glick getting herself on the board. Glick's up to 6 points so far in the half. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play. Quick pass to the side, Whiteside. Just out of the reach of Taylor for her to add to her total. Going quickly to the far end of the court. Inside, Whiteside coming in with a drastic blocking foul to make sure that the progress was stopped there before they get anything going. The fourth team foul on both teams, actually. Right side all the way. Meyer on point, calls out a play, sees what kind of movement her team makes. Dribbles left, finds the opening. Baseline jumper off target. Quickly going the opposite direction by Warren. Just throws up a prayer. Nowhere near the bucket, but she's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. First of 2 shots, good. Warren hasn't had a whole lot of action at the free throw line this season. Only had 3 shots and only made about 2 of them. Although from 3-point land, she's shooting well over 40%. Launches a deep 3. That time it goes in by Jessica Rice. Looks like she didn't even have to try for that one. Defense. Almost traveled, got it bounced. Gorby taking it to her left. Brown on the take, fouled on the inside by 14, Katie Redding. Freshman from Portsmouth, Ohio, down by the river. Quite a lot going on down there. First shot is good. Hits the second as well. And now Asbury is enjoying back to their 30-point lead again.
That puts their free throw percentage at 62%.
Absolutely. And free throws, especially down the stretch, are what makes a difference in a game. Great rebound by Whiteside. Passes it up court. Dribble, kick outside, open. 3's off target, but that was beautiful passing from the inside. Quick turnaround, Warren on the inside, finds Whiteside, up and in. On the stock block of the lane, not a problem. Just to let you know, we have a special interview treat with our very own sideline reporter as soon as we get to halftime. So make sure you stick around and don't go anywhere for that one. Shot on the inside off the backboard, up and good. Katie Redding making her presence known today. Shot, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound off the hands of Taylor. That's going to stick with Kentucky Christian. This half-court press is brilliant so far. That was a tough layup, and somehow she's able to get up after that one. Fletcher picks up her first foul. That'll be the 5th for the team. Byerly finds herself shooting 2 at the line. First shot's good. Second shot is good as well. Definitely helped the team out with that one. Just under 3 minutes left to go. Asbury enjoying a very good sized lead by this point, 53-27. Kick to the right side, ball up and no good for Lewis. What a slight tussle underneath the basket. Looks like Khan just got tangled up a smidge with Fletcher. Let's keep an eye on that one for later. Aggressive defense. She just fights her way through it, and eventually Redding gets herself to the free throw line. It's a 6th team foul, first foul for Lewis. First shot is off target. Great moment of intensity there. Second shot finds its way into the bottom of the hoop. Brings Kentucky Christian up to 28 points on the evening. And quick defense once again pokes it away. I tell you, even though they started out slow on offense and are still struggling to put points on the board, their defense definitely been impressive for Kentucky Christian.
That defense has been, that's what's holding them in this. Like, they're blowing them out of the water.
Exactly. That's a great way to phrase it, especially when there's almost 30 points between it. Fletcher at the line for the first of her free throws. Nails it without a problem. Box out. Coming up for her second shot. Body up. It's up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net on that one. Quick baseline defense, not giving them any chance to breathe. Taylor hounding the ball wherever it goes. Kentucky Christian able to work it down, but unable to put it into the net. Glick had a close shot, goes off the rim. Now comes back out to the top of the key with Rice. Checks her options. Teammate sets a pick. There's the roll. And that one's going to go down as a charge. Charge on Redding. Heads up play by Taylor. She saw the opportunity. The defense wasn't paying attention, or the Kentucky Christian wasn't paying attention. She figured, why not? Put it in there. Great layup, great charge. Just did everything but finish. Go. Going the other direction now. Rice kicks it up. Shot by Redding, in and out of the basket. Collected by Taylor, taking it the other direction. shot, deep three. They are just getting everything to fall from outside tonight. Spinning defense by Ward. Meyer. Right side to Rice, who takes a 3-point. And with that, a quick substitution. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining until halftime. Asbury still sitting on top of 58-31 lead. Left side, kick out, deep three ball off the backside of the rim, unable to be collected. Normally Lewis is so on target, but struggled with that one. Another three goes off the back of the rim. Great effort though, Rice on the rebound, collects it herself, takes it in. Now just about a 1.5 second differential from the shot clock. Not gonna matter though. Katie Fletcher put that one away in her sleep. And yet another. The Asbury ball out underneath the hoop. Just 19 seconds left. Checked out, brought up to Gorby. 15 seconds. Looking for space. This defense doesn't want to give anything up right before halftime. Taylor gets absolutely clobbered underneath the hoop. She's going to go to the line and shoot two. Just over 9 seconds remaining. Foul that time on Thrasher, which is the greatest name for someone that you're going to call a foul on. That is good as well. Taylor converts and helps her team out and puts the lead back to 30. Last few seconds here. Looks like they're going to shoot for one final shot, but it's quickly turned over. Gorby taking it with 1 second left. Shot from half court. No good off the backboard. Quite a great effort that first half. Look around to see the crowd filling up. You can see some on their feet appreciating the effort right now. Asbury girls are definitely enjoying a 30-point advantage, 63-33.
It was really entertaining to see all those steals that they made.
Absolutely.
That's 6 steals.
6 steals and just a absolute ridiculous number of turnovers as well. Just wanted to make sure that you knew that you could stick around for the halftime of this game. We have our very own sideline reporter, Abby Witt, bringing us a word from head coach Ron Arnett of Kentucky Christian.
I'm joined with Coach Ron Arnett of Kentucky Christian. Coach, what are some steps your team took in preparation for tonight's game?
Well, we were working really hard. It doesn't show on the scoreboard. Asbury's playing really, really well tonight. We knew they were playing well. We came in here hoping to compete a little better on defense. We've been trying to get the ball moving a little more than it showed tonight. So a couple of things we're working on: defending better, moving the ball quickly. Haven't really shown up, but that's due to the Asbury's playing just really, really good. Well coached. Jason does a great job. And I would like to coach a team someday that shoots with the percentage they shot in the first half. You're not going to beat a team if they shoot that well.
And what are you hoping to improve on going into the second half?
Well, got to make sure we keep our enthusiasm. The final score makes no difference. We've got to complete the second half. We'll set a goal of trying to complete the second half and keep it even where it is now. If we can do that, we'll be happy.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
And we're back now from that halftime. Thank you very much, Abby Witt, for bringing us a word from the head coach of Kentucky Christian. What's really stood out to you from that first half?
Well, those turnovers that Kentucky Christian was giving Asbury, those were what, pushed Asbury to the lead early on. And then the steals the Asbury players pulled out within those turnovers Man, that was an intense first half.
That was very much so. As you mentioned before, it was 6 turnovers, 6 steals, and then at least 13 turnovers. And it's definitely not going to help your chances very much at all, especially on a game night like this. Now, another thing that stuck out as well was the total rebounds that Asbury had.
Yeah, with 18.
18,
That is
unbelievable. You're giving
crazy.
yourself so many second chance points on something like that. Really lines you up for a lot of inside shots. What that's telling you especially is the inside lane is open right now for Asbury. Open for business, open for rebounds and assists.
Definitely.
Were there any players in particular that really stood out to you from that first half?
Kylie Gorby with 9 points, I believe.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, she was holding it down, and then I believe Kali had a basket herself.
Yes, incredibly. Whiteside was another player that got in there, was able to get a handful of rebounds, didn't have much trouble, and just a lot of underneath the basket presence. There's not really a lot. One thing that really stuck out to me as well is the difference of tempo between the two squads, especially. If you were going to define Asbury's tempo, how would you do that?
They're fast. They're quick. They are one of the quickest teams I've seen.
Exactly. Now compare that to an animal. What animal would you compare it to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. You know, I mean, I guess the obvious would be a cheetah, man.
A cheetah. Okay, then we'll go to the other side of the court. A little bit of a slower pace. That's something they can work on. I'm sure the coach will be talking about that in the second half. And if you want to stick around for the second half of this game, be sure that you also check out the men's game that's coming up against Fisk University after that. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right here. Welcome back here. It is still just about to end the halftime with Asbury taking out a very commanding lead against Kentucky Christian, leading by 30 points themselves,
Wow.
63 to 33. You don't see games like this very often, especially when it's around the same skill level in the conference. And especially on this home court, though, there has been a lot of success.
Yes.
What does that look like?
They have a 6-1 home court advantage. They've won 6 games at their home court.
That definitely makes a lot of teams uncomfortable when they come here. You see that kind of a record. You don't give yourself very much chance coming into the game, especially when they are leading, especially at a time like this. What kind of a record does Asbury have on the season?
Well, they've come out with leading at the half. They've won 11 games.
11
leading
games.
at the half.
They definitely don't leave room for interpretation.
Right.
So after
Right.
this incredibly fast, incredibly up-tempo, excited first half that you saw, what could you see the coach really telling them moving forward?
You know, as far as Asbury goes, they just need to keep this tempo going. You know, don't slack as far as the game goes. Don't slack. You know, they may be in the lead, but hold it down.
Don't let off the gas pedal,
Right,
is essentially what you're saying. Well, when you look at the other side of the court, when you look at Kentucky Christian, what kind of things do you think the coach is saying there to really inspire and encourage the team?
You know, they just don't need to let these turnovers affect their thoughts. They just need to go in there and just, you know, take it for what it is. You know, take a breather, and then just drive in, and you know, we'll see what happens. You know, you never know.
Exactly. Well, as you mentioned earlier, 13 turnovers for Kentucky Christian on the other end of the court, only 4 for Asbury. That's quite a good differential in their favor, you know. Well, that's the buzzer. We're about to start a second 20-minute half here with Asbury out to their commanding lead, 63-33. All the team fouls are reset to 0, and we're going to kick things off here. Asbury's taking this one out on the near side. Ball kicked into Brown. Breaks down a defender, looking for open space. Warren, far side. Off the fingertips of Whiteside, goes into the hands of Fuller. Kentucky Christian's going the opposite direction. Quick move to the outside, underneath. Shot is no good, but she was fouled on the way up. Brittany Warren is going to pick up her first foul of the game, and at the free throw line, number 23 for the Knights, Olivia Beerley. First shot's good, coming up in the second. Second shot is good as well. Taylor on the inbound to Brown. Takes her time coming up court. Cross-court advantage. Taylor finding the open space, passes it off. Over the top pass, picked off and taken the other direction. Kahn loses her footing. Just has a brief run-in with Taylor. Taylor's going to pick up the reach-in foul. Kentucky Christian taking it in. Ball pass into Meyer all the way in the backcourt. Brought up quickly. Open look at the top of the three. No good. Ball goes out off the Knights. It's Eagle ball. Lewis on the inbound. Warren finds space. Having a hard time breaking down Meyer. She's been a very persistent defense so far. Whiteside left open, and she's going to make a pay underneath. Lead back up to 30. Shot again. This one's no good. Rebound bouncing around. Dove on top of. And a collision of a couple bodies coming out of it. Make sure all the players are all right, but looks like the ball is going to go to Asbury after a charge on Faith Khan. Ball over the top, inside, quick lay-in. That one is good for Lewis. 2 more to her total. Lewis sitting on 4 points so far in the game. Shot from just inside the arc, no good. Rebound collected, taking the other direction. Lewis, Whiteside. Knocks down the 8-footer. Good job by Bailey Brown. Meyer slows the play, checks her options. Pass back. And the quick defense doesn't get there in time, and instead it looks like Lewis is going to pick up her foul, 2nd of the day. I know we talked about this a bit ago, but what are the two different speeds of this game have definitely not changed going into the second half at all.
Definitely not. Asbury is still holding it down. I mean, there have been a couple plays by Kentucky Christian that have been solid, but ultimately Asbury's got this one so far.
Definitely, like you mentioned, they're looking for their big break. Whiteside coming out of nowhere to swat that one away and collect the rebound. Up to Taylor, she will add another assist to her total as that one goes into the net by number 20, Ward. Ball is put in and then quickly stolen away by Meyer. She has woken up this second half and been a major difference. Strong pick that time by Beerley, but she was walking when she said it. Gonna go against Kentucky Christian. Asbury picks up the possession. Taylor takes the inbound on this near side. Great weaving drive through traffic. Warren puts 2 more on the board for Asbury. She's up to 15 points on the game. Ball over the top, out of bounds off the fingertips of the Eagles. Will stand with the Knights. Quick pass outside. Ball off the back of the rim, collected by Taylor. She brings it up court herself. Slows up the play. Check back out top to Gorby. Right side open underneath, takes the tip in, and that is good. Great pick and roll. Coach Ron Arnett on the far side with the nice. Looks like he's going to make a change. He's not looking like a happy camper right now. Ball kicked back out. Fakes the pass. Goes right side. Redding deciding what to do. Pass it to Rice. Underneath pass just a little too far. Steps on the end line. Switches possession to the Eagles. And here comes Thrasher for her second half of action. cuts through the middle. Taylor had an open jump shot from 8 feet away. She decides to put that one away, no problem. Taylor up to 11 points, putting 4 Asbury players in double digits in points. The lead now extended to 40. Asbury on top, 77-37. Just about 14 minutes left to go. Shot from the outside is good, but Thrasher came off the bench already making a difference. Long three-point, yes. Oh, net, A.J. Lewis taking care of her own business on this end of the court. Up top, counting the options, Thrasher. Trying to see the openings. Right side, playing tight defense. And that one could have gone either way. The ref decided to call that one a blocking foul. That will be on A.J. Lewis. That'll be her 3rd foul. 14th foul. And at the line right now, Glick taking the first of 2 shots. That one's good. Both free throws. And Corby is taking it all the way herself, but it is picked off in traffic by Glick. Going the other direction where Caitlin Meyer, all of 5'3". She's got so much energy and speed she's hard to keep up with, but at 5'3", she definitely is hard to pick out of a crowd in the middle of that lane. Just throws that one up into the middle of a couple of bodies. Wood is going to pick up her first foul. And right back at the line, of course, is Glick. She's going to be shooting 2 shots. First shot is good.
That gives her 11 points.
11 points on the day, not bad at all. And second shot, no good. This time it looks like Wood calling out the play. Calls her own number. Almost travel, hands it back to Gorby, who looks for the opening, slightly loses the handle, gets it back. Back to Wood at the top. She dribbles in and travels on her way to get there. Ball's going to be turned over. Going to the Knights. Pass inbounds. Thrasher on the ball. Measures their options. Yeah, works it right side. Back to Thrasher. She has room to bring it inside. She wants to pass it off, though. And they're taking a lot of shot clock trying to get this one in the zones. Ends up being a great hands play right there by Wood, getting it in there to slap the ball away. Asbury takes over possession. Wood takes a few steps, knocks it back to Gorby. Wood off balance from outside, no good. The scrum in the middle of the court. Rebound ends up in the Knights' hands, coming the other direction. Kicks back. Ball up and under. goes nowhere. But foul is going to be making her at the line. Foul goes against Reinhardt, her first of the game. 16 foul for Asbury. And taking the free throw is Beerley. Beerley at 9 points on the day, trying to be the second Kentucky Christian player to get into double digits. And that'll add her up to 10. Another substitution. Asbury coming up on 11.5 minutes left to go, enjoying 36 points on their opponent. Long distance shot, no good from outside, rebounded by Sloan. Go the other direction, Warren. Back to Warren. Losing the handle on the inside, Redding. Ball going the other direction, Gorby takes a hard bounce pass. And great shot that time. Reinhardt picking up 2 points of her own. Sloan looks outside to Redding. Come back to Sloan. Long shot, no good. And that looks like just a tackle more than anything else for the ball. The possession arrow is going to give credit over to Kentucky Christian. Ball gets checked in out of the back to Redding. Contemplates a few passes. Outside to Sloan. Top to Warren. Quick, neat behind the back move. Left hand dribble. Loses control, but that's due to a reach-in foul on Katie Fletcher. Now in single bonus, going to 1-and-1 shots from here on out. Barely at the line.
You know, she's a freshman out of Flemingsburg, Kentucky.
Flemingsburg, Kentucky. Gotta tell you what, if you're checking us out right now online, you're watching this, and you know where Flemingsburg, Kentucky actually is, please hit me up on my Twitter account. That would be at Acebohn, A-C-E-B-O-H-N. I'd love to hear from you because I have no clue where that is myself. We'll make a contest out of it. You guess it right, you tell us, we'll make sure we announce it on the air. Going left side this time, Gorby on point. Great shot on the inside. Comes back the other direction. Sloan. Looks open, Redding takes a step, quick shot inside off the backboard. It is good. 9:47 left. And do you have a Twitter yourself if you want people to give them your thoughts?
I do, actually.
You do? Do you feel comfortable sharing that right now?
I would if they would, you know, be nice to follow me back.
Fair enough.
And that is Scoginator.
I'll let you spell that one just for the viewers at home.
That is S-C-O-G-I-N-A-T-O-R, like Terminator.
I'll have to remember that one. We'll be followers of each other. And a quick shot on the inside, rims out, rebounded, and gotta say, from some of these jump ball wrestling matches, it looks like the tempers are starting to be a little upset. Something, a little frustration is tickling in right now.
Kentucky Christian's got to find a way to stay in this, you know?
Absolutely. Taken. A little bit of a shoving match inside the lane. Ball's going to stay down on this half of the court. Ball moved to the corner. Spin move. Opening at the top of the three-point line. There's Sarah Stickland putting a few more points on the board, and it looks like nothing's going to stop her from making her presence known here in the second half. A slight push from behind, but the ball still goes in somehow. Sloan gets 2 points of her own. Nice quick pass. Underneath, spin, jump, hit from behind. Reinhardt's going to go to the line and shoot two. Olivia Beerley picks up her 4th foul of the game. And as we mentioned before, she is from Flemingsburg, Kentucky. Still the Twitter question of the day is, do you know where Flemingsburg is? You can hit me up at Acebohn, A-C-E-B-O-H-N. I'd love to hear if you actually had an opinion on the matter. And the second free throw is good. Asbury up to their largest lead of the day, 42 points. Great pass inside, gets a deflection, goes out of bounds. And this one's gonna stay with the Knights. Wild inbound pass collected. Sloan on this top of the key, taking it in. Movement, side steps to the right side. Great inside look, 5 on the shot clock. Somehow they're able to put it away for 2 more points. Get the lead back down to a manageable 40. Deep shot, nothing but the back of the net. That was a beautiful effort that time. Great shot by Harlan. You know, these kind of games are great because you get to see a lot of more players, the depth of the bench, the starters take a break. It's very coachable moments. Shot from the top of the key, goes in, 2 more. Great shot by Redding on the outside. Shot goes in by Reinhardt. There's the pass on the inside. Good lunging toss. Gets fouled on the way up, but she is going to be shooting 2 shots. That's the team 8th foul. They're into 1 and 1. 2 away from double bonus. And timeout is called by Kentucky Christian Knights. So as you get a quick look there of Ron Arnett, what do you think he's telling his players right before they go back out to face the last few minutes of this game?
He's just telling them to keep their head in it. You know, it's been a rough game for them, but you know, they can't give up.
Absolutely.
You never should give up.
Never give up, never surrender. There's a certain quest of the galaxy that makes you know that one. Just want to give a brief thank you to all of you that are checking us out online right now. You can check out the rest of this game, the next game, men's against Fisk University, and also any of the other broadcast games that have been put up online so far. Just check out AsburyEagles.com. That would really show us where you're at. And guess what? We do have a winner for our Where on Earth is Flemingsburg, Kentucky. This one is going to, someone hit me up on the Twitter feed and shared with me. It is about, you say that, about an hour northeast of Lexington in the middle of Kentucky, east of Cynthiana, south of Marysville. So if you're wondering, that is where it is. So special kudos, thank you very much to the Asbury Eagles Twitter channel for letting us know where that's at. Big what's up, and thank you for that one. And as an added bonus, I will definitely make sure that James will come to your house at some point and do the chicken dance. So thank you.
We'll have to talk about that one.
Fair enough, we'll talk about that one off the air. Quick push underneath on the restart. Reinhardt's picking up her foul. That'll be her second of the ball game. Redding taking the first of her shots. And that one is good. Second shot. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded quickly by Asbury, taken coast to coast, passed outside for a three-point shot. And there seems to be no stopping the three-point deluge by A.J. Lewis. Excuse me, not Lewis. Harlan took that last three-point shot. She's up to 6 points on the game. As the score sounds right now, 101-55. This one is all but wrapped up with just under 6 minutes left to go.
Katie Fletcher looks to be leading the Asbury Eagles with 20 points.
She's definitely had a great game so far.
That is fantastic.
Absolutely, leading scorer of the game. What are some other top flight score players?
We have Brittany Warren and Kylie Gorby and Savannah Taylor.
That's great. I absolutely love to hear that. What are some of their numbers that they've put up aside from points? What would that look like?
We have 7 of 9 at the floor for Katie Fletcher. 4 for 5 with 3 points. And 4 assists for Katie Fletcher.
Absolutely. That's a well-rounded game right there. She's
is
been all over the court doing a lot of different things. Sloan brings it up court for the Knights. Redding takes the pass, sets a pick inside. Rice takes a deep shot. Warren off target. Rebound fought for on the floor, comes up as a jump ball. And you can see yet again, those are not average jump balls there. Quite a bit of aggressiveness going around on that wrestling mat of a floor. Inbound underneath for the Knights. Khan on the ball. Quick pass around the top of the key. Inside, looking for an opening. Hoffa on point. And ball goes through the hands. She gets it, recollects, and fouled on the way up. And that is going to only be the 5th foul so far in the second half. And here's the quick inbound. Deep up top at the three-point line. Miller, deep shot, awkward rebound bounce. Spins back into the hands. Nice, great dribble there to get control of it by Warren. Nice attempt at a steal, just goes into the hands. Sloan, she's able to put it back in from inside. If you're just tuning in and seeing the score line right now for yourself, well, yes, you're the computer is telling you the correct score. 101-57, Asbury advantage. And if you're tempted to look away, we'll just hold on a few minutes. Right after the game, we are going to have our very own Abby Witt, sideline reporter, bringing us a few words from Jason Price, head coach of Asbury's women. And directly after this game, we're going to be slinging it over to the men's game. That'll be the Asbury University men on their home floor against Fisk University. Quite a good matchup with two very quick-paced teams. Foul on Megan Miller, the sophomore out of Middletown, Ohio. That's going to be her first foul, and the team 10 putting them into double bonus. 2 free throws from here on out. Sloan misses the first of a pair. Knocks down the second. And she takes a spot on the bench. Edmonds brings it up court. Bounces around a couple of Eagles players, and this one is going to be turned over to the Knights. Kahn on the inbound. And you know, if there's anyone on this roster you definitely don't want to tick off, it would be number 21 for the Knights, Faith of Kahn. You don't want to see her wrath, because there's nothing worse than the wrath of Kahn, let's be honest.
But then there's also Thrasher over here. There's also Thrasher.
Thrasher would be one you don't want to meet at a dark alley. Ball check out underneath with Sticklin. And looks like number 21, Faith Kahn, is going to be taking her last shot on the bench after picking up her 5th foul and fouling out of the game. As mentioned before, she is one that is dangerous. Did a good game here on the court, scored herself into not a bad game overall. Ended up finding herself at 7 points and 3 rebounds with 4 assists. Edmonds picks up her first foul. And she's coming up to the line. Shay Sparks, freshman out of Owensville, Kentucky.
Now, do you know where that is? That's the question.
You know what, surprisingly, I don't know where Owensville, Kentucky is. Do you know where this is? I feel you know this area better than I do, though. I will tell you that.
To be honest, no, I do not.
Well, go ahead and we'll try to research
find that one out too.
We'll find out that answer as well. And moving around the right side. Good pass underneath, just off the hands. Victoria Floyd unable to keep it in her grasp. Ball's going to stay here. Brought all the way back up to the top of the key. Slides through the hands of Jarbo. But it's gonna stay down on this end as well. Edmonds is gonna be on the inbound. Good left-handed dribble, puts it up right at the buzzer. See it? And a mad scramble for the ball yet again. This one gonna be a foul on the inside. Jarbo just going a little too aggressive for the rebound on that one. Ends up picking up her first foul of the game. And Jarbo had a really good high school career in Hardinsburg, Kentucky at Breckenridge County High School. Did herself a lot of favors, and that's how she ended up here. It was a good friendship with some of the players, and that's something you hear quite often whenever you talk to any of the ladies on this squad. It's how excited they are to be here and how many good conversations they have. Puts in the second free throw as well. Under 3 minutes left to go. Asbury, despite the ginormous lead, they've pretty much sustained this entire second half. They have not been able to put a bucket in at least the last 6 minutes before that three-point play. I should have said that earlier, and they would have scored right on time.
You just got your answer, my friend.
Haley Warren making me eat the words as soon as I say them. Thank you very much. Give me something to talk about. Lead back to 44 now. Despite the slow play that we've seen out here on the court, the Kentucky Christian Knights actually have a 7-11 overall lead on their season. You know, a little bit under 500, but they've had a good season overall. First shot rims around and decides to take a drop. So what are some of the upcoming games here for Asbury University that we can look forward to?
Well, we have the one at Berea in Indiana University East, Cincinnati Christian, and Midway College.
Absolutely. All of those are divisional matchups within their conference, really carrying some extra weight now that they're down to 3-3 in the conference. This was going to help their overall record, but not really help anything inside the conference. We'll see how things play out down the stretch. Good attempt at a pass inside, but that one is going to bounce around like a ring around the rosy. Megan Miller picking it up, going the other direction. Shot from outside, not even close. And going a little bit too aggressive on the defense, trying to set up some wall that they could not get through, but Edmonds is going to pick up her second foul of the evening, and it looks like the Knights are right back to the free throw line again.
I think we need to find out where this Owensville, Kentucky is. Just back at the line.
Absolutely. And nice behind the back move. Takes her time at the top of the court. Great shot from outside. That was quite impressive display from deep from Jarbo. Another player to look at on Asbury's squad right now on the floor is Victoria Floyd. She's played some good defense, found herself getting in good places to try to get a rebound. And I definitely expect great things from her moving forward in the future. And it looks like a reach-in foul. Edmonds was trying to get through the lane and was not going to be a happy camper on the other side of things. Shea Sparks saying no thank you. So find ourselves at the line. And first of the 1-on-1, no good. So just an unlucky bounce, and Jackie Stedman took a few too many steps there. One minute remaining here, down to about 54 seconds. Asbury still on top by 40 points. Looks like they're going to turn and see if they can make something happen here. That shot is good as well. Inbound pass. Sparks on the point. Brings it slow, calls out the play, sees what's available. Quick drive on the far side. And there's a three-point for Sparks. Quick crossover move taken up court by Edmonds. She takes a break along the sideline. It's about a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, making sure that time runs down fully here. Asbury has no problem wasting a bit there at midcourt with Jarbo on point. And the crowd started to get into this one and cheer him on toward the end and just say thank you very much. And that'll be the ball game. Very anticlimactic ending for that one. Final score, Asbury on top, 109-70. Want to say thank you very much for having us a chance tonight, and we're gonna find ourselves lost here for the next game. Gonna have the Asbury men taking on Fisk University in just a few minutes, and if you'll just hold with us, in just a moment, we're gonna kick it down to our sideline reporter, Abby Witt, as she interviews the head coach of the Asbury women, Jason Price. The team's just doing their ceremonial shaking of hands right now. What are some, just a few key moments. There's only one player to foul out today, so a lot to build on and work for moving forward. What did you really see, especially from the beginning of this moment, the second half as opposed to the first half?
The second half, Asbury still held it down. We had Kentucky Christian with still struggling. They had a couple good plays, but you know, ultimately Asbury took this one.
Absolutely. This is a game of tempo. Everything was about tempo. And also three-point shooting, 58% for Asbury, and a really painful, actually human, 35% for the Knights. And the final percentages, Asbury makes about 66% of their shots, allowing that to come out. Now here's Abby Witt with her special sideline report.
I'm joined with Coach Jason Price of the Lady Eagles. Coach, this was definitely an easily won game for your team, but how important is it that the team shifts their focus to the upcoming game against Rio Grande?
I think the important thing is, to play as a team, play with the effort. We had good energy. We shared the ball tonight. We have to take those same attributes and play like that against Rio as well. So obviously, Rio Grande being a conference opponent, very important for us coming up. So I think this game prepared us for that.
There's a little over a month left in the regular season. How can you say your team has improved up to this point?
Well, we've definitely won some big games. So we have to take the positives that we learned from those big games and just move forward throughout the season, making sure that the focus that on the big prize at the end of the year. We got to win 3 games at the end of the year in the conference tournament to make sure that we get to the national tournament. So that's our focus. We know we can win big games. We just got to do it.
All right, thanks, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Back to you guys.
And thank you very much for that report, Kylie. Coming back to this one, 109-70.
Man.
It's kind of incredible. What were some things that stuck out to you, at least in the second half of play?
Well, we had Katie Fisher with 20 points overall, but that was just a solid game. And you know, those steals and turnovers, the defense was solid. It was intense.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned before, even though, hey, they're down at halftime by 30, at the end of the game they're only down by 40. That means that second half they only were down by 10 points. They kept it a lot closer. They really buckled down, did a great job. I got to give hats off credit, though, for Asbury. Came off a tough loss last week, came back, and they were ready to play this time around. So just want to say thank you for checking us out today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and all the cast and crew here that worked their tails off. Thank you also for Abby Witt doing some sideline reporting. James Scoggin, you're the man. I'm Aaron Bond signing off, and would love to hear more from you. Be sure to check out the next game, Asbury men against Fisk University. That one's starting off in just under about 20 minutes. We'll see you back here. Thank you very much.